Looks like I lost the stream. Hopefully it comes back. I think it did. Don't know how long I was gone. Are we back? Hey Nadium, welcome to the stream. Thank you for enjoying. Who is Nurgle with you? Did I lose everybody?
Us and not promotion. So, so Godan, your stream is back.
Yeah.
Oh, there you just got back on Discord.
Yeah, I just caught all that. Remember, I'm an old guy. All this high tech stuff is I got to move faster.
Well, as a seasoned veteran of having crap go wrong, just take a breath and take your time. We're here. We're not going anywhere. Just do what you got to do. It's no big deal.
Right on, man. I definitely appreciate that.
For the folks out there in the audience, this is not ESPN. We don't have producers, and each of us has to individually figure out how to do this all by ourselves.
Definitely.
Yeah, it is very stressful because when my stuff starts going bad, it's like, oh crap, and then it's stressful because it's tough to deal with technical things while streaming.
Definitely, because I'm looking here and it's over there and it's everywhere, man. But we're back now.
Yeah, there's also a blindness factor of you don't really know what the stream quality is like or what's on the audio because you don't have an opportunity to watch it and listen to it while you're doing it live.
I would need a fourth device. That's not going to happen. But I'm so excited for this event personally that it's a sleeper event. After coming off that big high of taking first place, I needed some time off to relax. Now, like if I was to do like you, Vintage, and get 2,000 battles in 2 days, I don't know how I would face an alliance event right behind it. That's a lot going on. But I know doing an alliance event is different than doing the conquest. The conquest is sheer battles. There's no you can use boosts for the actual conquest itself, but you're not playing the conquest to do the conquest. You're playing the conquest for the drops. You're maximizing your time, for that event, which is the best thing to do, if you can do it. Like next week.
Yeah, I probably do what would be considered ridiculous preparations for conquest. Such as taking days off work.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I've always said, man, if you want to get your stuff leveled, you gotta take advantage of it. It's the raid more philosophy.
For real. Like next week, I'm gonna be off Monday and Tuesday, so I was actually saying to myself, I have to look at the calendars and see when if I can take a vacation and it falls somewhere in line with the DOT calendar, it should be for the conquest. Unfortunately, it's going to be for some, land grab or something. I don't know, but it's too bad. I wish I could have timed it a little bit better.
With the trajectory we are on, it's very, very almost likely that Labor Day is going to fall on Conquest, which would be sweet.
Oh, that's awesome.
Ooh, yeah, good. That's a good one.
Yeah, that will be awesome, man. Because that will be my first conquest where I actually get some battles in. Because every conquest, it looks bad. I can do the actual conquest itself, but I can't get the battles in. Because I was figuring out the math. So you got like 6,000 relics, approximately 6,000 relics. So with that, it takes about 500 relics to max out a 4-star, roughly, approximately.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So you should have gotten a lot done, man. That is so.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, I'm leveling stuff at this point where it's like, there might be a Titan down the road that uses this, so I'm going to level it just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vintage is operating from a completely different paradigm than almost most other players, except for the extreme hard grinders. He's looking at his account and seeing where are the gaps of things that aren't leveled yet.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Which is
Yeah,
amazing.
If it's range resist, melee resist, whatever, that's favorited to be leveled, stuff
yeah.
like that.
Oh, yeah.
Almost no matter what the relic is.
Yeah, I've joined that train too.
I do have a copy of every single, not the ranged, of course, but all the melee troops, their defensive relics in every single flavor. I have all the 4 stars and all the 3 stars leveled.
So you kept 3 stars?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, the defensive relics.
Got you.
Relics, of course. 24% resistance. You might need that.
Yeah. I think they're pretty nice, because if you're looking at your setup and you're like, you know what? Right now, the poison meta is full blast. Having that poison kite shield, even though it's a 3-star, I'm probably going to find a use for it.
Wow.
Those are the only 3 stars I have, though.
Gotcha.
The biggest mistake you can make in this game is to think that defense relics are for defenders. The defense relics are a way of making your troops tougher, whether they're defending or attacking. And in order to win, especially in melee combat, you need to have a combination of toughness and damage that is more powerful than the other side. Both of those are force multipliers. So if you don't have max resistance of 90%, then you're missing out on the opportunity to improve the chances of winning that fight. And often it's going to be a 3-star defensive relic that can cover that gap easiest.
Wow.
Yeah, and these days you almost have to assume that most defenses have capped all elemental resist.
Yeah,
well,
if you're
talking
80,
garrisons anyway.
Yeah,
right,
for
if
sure.
you're at 80% resistance against them and they're at 90% against you, then you've just given them, 100% benefit over you. And
yeah, you've lost.
all you have to do to neutralize that is get 10% more of that resistance.
Well, that's a great way to put it, man. I honestly, I didn't think of it like that. I've really been fleshing out my 3 stars. I think I need to actually start looking at my 4 stars and cutting back the number of duplicates. I think that would benefit me the most, because having 5 of one 4-star and only having 1 maxed out, the other 4, if I'm not going to get to them, I should switch up my game plan maybe. Although I do plan on eventually getting to them, but the time frame, because I'm not doing 2,000 battles for the Conquest, puts everything out to a long project, to a very long calendar.
Yeah, leveling relics. That's the real marathon in this game.
Absolutely, man. I'm trying to.
Titans come and they go, but once you get a couple years into this game, you should probably have 300 to 350 4-star relics that you actually use. I'm not saying defending every island, defending all this crap. It's just those relics have a purpose.
Wow. That's a huge number, man. I know I don't have 300 max yet. I know I don't. When you put it in that perspective, that means I'm a little bit behind. I may have to,
Vintage,
refocus.
You're inspiring me with this conversation. For a long time, I have tracked my Titans, and I have kept a spreadsheet. And even though I only sporadically update it, it's very interesting to see how if you just catalog every Titan in your Titan Hall, just the 4 stars, and the number of Titans and the level of each Titan, and it helps to have their names so you can see what happened to them. If you take that, you can have a spreadsheet calculate out your account level Titan XP, and it has increased for me at a fairly linear rate over the course of my account. And you can track the amount of Titan XP per day, on average over time, and it's basically a straight line. But based on this conversation, I think I have to build out the spreadsheet for relics and start tracking relic XP and figure out that whole system to the nth degree of where is all my relic XP going and how fast am I generating it.
Yeah, and I used to keep a spreadsheet. Mine was specifically defensive. So, we're talking a year ago. So I could figure out, okay, what relics do I really need to target to, make these builds better? So whenever I'd see an event, it's like, it might be some innocuous relic that you think, that's okay. But I would say, oh my gosh, I have the perfect use for that relic.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. There's also like duplicates where, you may go through your collection and realize, oh yeah, I got a second head of a meter in that event and I haven't leveled it, and oh my god, I can think of 5 Titans I'm using something worse on. And if you just keep it organized, then you can avoid leaving gold hidden in the closet.
Oh, definitely, man. That's why with this past event, all of the Panther relics, they've been favorited, and I've already started working on my second set of all the nice new relics. They must get leveled up. Because like you just said, I don't have a spreadsheet, right? I'm not doing a spreadsheet. But if I look back in my treasury or in my collection of relics, I have relics that I've had for years, literally, 1 year or 2 years, that I've never leveled, never touched. Those are the relics I'm thinking about. Maybe I should, use them as food, or if they're really not necessary, definitely start switching up and saving up or using them up instead of just hanging on to them. They're not benefiting me, they're just taking up space. I think having a relic for over a year and not doing anything with it is not good. Definitely not good. But I think most players right now have a plethora of relics in their stable that they've had and never touched. It goes to like the resource relics or troop relics, the training relics. I've no longer kept any of those to speed up or lower the cost. None of those things. But I'm not warring, so I don't really have the need to make troops faster or have them cost less.
So Sungraven asks, is Shadow Dancer better for Osiris or Arvan? Unfortunately, Shadow Dancer really isn't that good in the current meta. However, Prometheo has postulated that perhaps they build a Berserker that can leverage the Shadow Dancer, because there was a time where Shadow Dancer was amazing. It's just not anymore. And then above below asks, which should I pull for Lubu, Norse or Divine Relic? Now, I'll say I would consider it a little, and I'm not trying to be offensive here, okay? I think it's a little short-sighted to pull divine gems, on a based on a Titan. Now, if it is like the definitive, best defender in the game or the definitive best attacker in the game, it's different. But anyway, I can wander all over the place with this. I think you go with, what's going to be generally good. The 2K Divine Gem Relics, I mean, almost all of them are really good. The same for the Norse. So, anyway, I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think if you're going to pull the relics, based on your number of divine gems you have, how hard it is to collect, I would go with the more costly choice. As long as I had a Titan that can use the relics that are in that pool. Because, like Vintage said, you're most likely, you may or may not get the relic that you want. So if you're going to spend the divine gems to pull a relic that may not be for the Titan that you have, that's no good. I mean, that's terrible. So unless you have a decent stable of attacking Titans or defending Titans, don't make a pull. because if you're just trying to get the one relic, it's definitely not worth it. Better for you just to save up, wait till you have a few more Titans, and then do a pull. Because I wouldn't want to have a 5-star relic just sitting in my collection waiting for a Titan to use. But that's happened to a lot of players who've had a relic, but they haven't had the Titan to use the relic with. And then both like the 5-star and 2-star are good. It just depends. Do you need the newer relic or the older relics? You know, if you don't have anything, I would probably go with the newer relics. That's what I did. But I still have a few old relics I need to get. But those are at 2K. But once I have the 5K relics I need, then I can start pulling at 2K because it's a lot easier to save. So it's part timing and part needs. I think having the Titans is more important.
I'm very much in favor of optimizing the progress that you make and moving as quickly as possible. And you know, for me, it was all about covering all the bases on the 2K relics up until now, where the only one that I'm missing is Dragon Slayer, which I would definitely like to have, but I think that's a gap that I can accept. I'll probably go ahead and move on to the Norse pulls at this point, but because I have leveled Stormbringer, Divine Touch, Night Whisperer, Earthshaker, and I have a Shadow Dancer, and so it's like, well, you know, I'm probably going to get a duplicate now. I have 2 of the Norse ones, but the 4 that I don't have are the ones that I really want. The Axes of War, the Bow of the Gods, Asgardian Blade. You know, those are all great relics that I'm going to be going after.
We're in the same boat.
I need,
wow.
I think I have half the Norse relics now, because I need the Paladin, I need the Trickster's Blades, and I need the Bow of the Gods. So I still need half of the Norse relics. So if I pull, you know, divine relics, it's absolutely going to be, you know, from the Norse collection. Now that being said, if they come out with 2 new Divine Titans in October, and one of them has the all-time Granite Wall Defender, then perhaps that pushes me to pull some golden relics. I don't know.
No, I like your thought.
Guardian
You know,
5-stars are all good. I don't have Spirit either.
I would hold off though on getting doing a 7K pull for the golden relics until I had everything else though. That's how I'm playing. I'm not going to pull any of those until I have the Norse relics that I need, because I need all those same ones: the Bow of the Gods, Trickster's Blades. You know, there are so many. Once they added the new 5-star relics, the pool got so big, and for many players, ourselves included, you know, we're missing so many of the relics. They're so hard to get. So hard to get, man. I'd rather pull the 5-star though, and not pull the 2-star until I have all the 5-stars I need, and then go back to the 2-stars. Cause I just need the Earthshaker, I think.
Prometheus got 4 of those you could borrow.
All I want is one, man. I can't.
Yeah, 4 extras.
See, that's insane. That's the kind of thing that I don't want to happen. That's the kind of thing that really, you know, I understand that it's all by chance, but it's
no.
Man,
I'm telling you, everyone's account is biased
that's
towards certain relics.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm Mr. Guardian.
I wish I was Mr. Ranger, you know. I really do. I wouldn't mind as much. I wouldn't mind having 2 Bows of the Gods. That'd make me really happy. Actually, I would really like 2 of them.
There was a time I was Mr. Infiltrator Relic. Man, I pulled a lot of Night Whispers, but I cannot seem to land on the Trickster's Blades.
I mean, I'm up to 5,000 Divine Gems right now, and the Bow of the Gods is the one that I really need. Now, I haven't had the best fortune pulling live, like some people like JJ. You know, man, his pull was insane. But I really need the Bow of the Gods. I mean, that if I get that'd be the relic that I'd level in a week or less. You know, I would dump everything into it. I would dump some of my duplicate 4-stars into it. That's how bad I want that relic.
I really, really want a Bow of the Gods.
I'm surprised you don't have it. I'm surprised, but like you said, some accounts, they say they're not, but they seem to be biased towards certain things. They really do. Anyway, I hope it's not the
Yeah.
case, but it's just too peculiar. It's too funny.
Yeah, I'm currently running Stormbringer on my Hachiman.
Same. But
I think that's the right way to go against certain builds. I mean, if people are coming in with Lifespark or a Frig, then they're going to trigger the Invoke.
Yeah. Hey, I have a question. Since I have two of the bigger brains with me live, I definitely appreciate Vintage and Prometheo. So, you guys know I enjoy playing. I definitely do, but I have a lot of brain matter that goes to other things, so I can't always give my full capacity of thought to the game. When it comes to the prestiging, right? Now, Sagunga, because Sagunga's prestige automatically does the rages. Am I correct or am I mistaken?
Right, Prestige Sagunga does rages automatically, so I'm leveling my second Sagunga as an attacker and won't prestige her because that's not always the best thing.
That's what I was that's what I was leaning towards. So certain prestiges you may or may not want to do. In Sagungas to attack certain titans, you don't want to have the automatic rage. Man.
Yeah, at the same time, those automatic rages are just gravy whenever you're not up against Hachiman, pretty much.
Well, like you said, you have to max out two of them. Use one for other raids and one for Hachiman, unless you have another Hachi killer. I still need a Hachi killer.
It's a pleasure to play though. She's just easy grinding.
It's too fast, but I think Nurgle's been hitting pretty fast, just like Sagunga. I think Nurgle is pretty equivalent, if not better. I would say equivalent from what I've experienced just doing quick rating.
I think Vintage had it right that Sagunga has become a niche player and she's better against anything with range because she has more range resistance. She's better against Void and Ice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, the Void's 100%.
Although the ranged part is debatable because with Omegas you can neutralize ranged by just dropping right on top of them, so Nurgle is pretty good for that.
Yeah, and Nurgle is just he's a bad man. I mean, you got the 5 summons, and the Titan throws in a lot of damage along with the Panthers.
Yeah. Again,
because you also potentially you get a spawn or something like that if you unlock Prestige.
Yeah. But again, I've been seeing the same issue with a lot of folks that they have Nurgle. We heard that Nurgle is able to take out Hachiman. At least there have been a lot of cases or situations where people claim it's happening. I believe them, but people are still having difficulties doing it with their own Nurgles.
Well, it depends. Okay, now the game has shifted. It all depends on what the prestige level is. If your Hachiman is prestige level 1,
yeah,
he's a lot more susceptible to a variety of attacks versus even, say, a Hachiman prestige level 5.
I need Wukong.
It really matters.
I need 2 Wukongs. Got you.
So you see the guys beat Hachiman, it's like, wait, what prestige level is it? That's what I want to know.
No, for real. I think I've only beaten like 1 or 2. They were at the same castle level. But, I don't think they definitely weren't prestige level 3, 4, 5, or 6. I'm not going to waste my time, so they're most likely prestige level 1. And, they're barely victories, man. It's still, our new defensive titans that they've come out with, they really are good defenders. I mean, you really have to have your game together, and you just can't have the titan. You definitely have to have the relics, and you got to have a little bit of finesse and skill. You just can't auto raid against our big defenders right now. I'm not seeing it happening, and I think that's the issue. I think a lot of players want to have the auto raid against our new defenders, but it's not going to be done.
Hachiman has been exceedingly it's really, really good for the game because casual guy isn't getting relentlessly mauled, non-stop, even though he's not in a war.
Yeah.
You know, he's got Hachiman. Who wants to go raid a Hachiman for no reason?
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. I
So
agree
it
100%.
takes care of casual guy, but it also provides a really interesting challenge for the war guys. I love Hachiman. I think he was great for the game.
Yeah. I agree,
totally
man.
agree.
I totally, yeah. But he is, oh man, I don't know, man. I think we do still have 3 really good defenders. I think Frigg has the possibility of being a good defender still, and maybe
Sure. Frigg's great.
maybe
You know, and like Hachiman, Frigg, these defensive type titans, even for casual guy, it gives him a puzzle to solve. Let's go out, we'll attack some stuff, we can refine our build and see if we can beat it, and you know, it's fun, man. It's just fun. You're just plowing over everything like a steamroller. That just gets boring after a while.
Oh, absolutely. And I've been saying it for the last couple of weeks. There's still been a few Pigsies. I don't know what build they're doing, but I've hit a few Pigsies on garrisons, and for me, they were unbeatable. They were just simply unbeatable. I don't know like I said, what relics they have, but there was no damage going on to the spearmen. You know, but again,
Yeah,
you know, they're
Pigsy with Earthshaker, you know, and you're focusing on poison and melee resist. You know, that's going to take some time, even with our Apex Panther Titans.
yeah, too much time for me. My troops can't do it. That's why I definitely need to pull that Earthshaker. I definitely, because like I said, he's still seriously viable for a lot of players, and some people might think that he's outclassed, but he really isn't. If you have the right builds, he's still so good. There are so many good things in the
Pigsy's
game.
still solid. I have 2 of them on defense right now.
And still seeing greens. You should.
Nobody's attacking.
Oh, there's certain titans that certain titans I avoid, man. I seriously, I gotta avoid them. I only hit segment by accident, never on purpose. Never on purpose.
Now,
It's
something
too
I
much.
want to try. I want to see with either my Pigsy or Lubu if I can spell caster down, or sorry, my Frigg or my Lubu or my Broomhilda, if I can spell cast down a Pigsy. I think the answer is yes, but I gotta try it.
I don't know. That seems intense, man. Because you have to cluster all those spearmen together, and you only have so many spells. It's a good try, man. That'd be really good. Hey, I gotta apologize.
You know, when you do your Lubu or your Frigg build, I mean, you can have 20 spells.
Yeah, but is that going to be enough? Hopefully it is. Hey, I apologize to the audience out there in the live stream. I have definitely lost chat. Chat feels not populating. So if I'm missing you, I'm not ignoring you. I just don't know you're there. I don't even know what the current count is on the live stream as well. So I do apologize. So if you guys catch something in the chat that must be addressed, please do let me know. I'm not sure how to bring it back. I am trying to get a 4th device so I can maybe watch and see what's going on. But I just wanted to apologize. Just wanted to make sure people didn't think I was ignoring them. Definitely appreciate everyone being out there for sure on a fine Friday afternoon. I don't know about you folks, but I have tomorrow off. I will be going out of town for a quick jaunt. We had a rescue dog these last couple weeks, and it's time to move him along. So we're driving him out of town to the next person who is possibly going to adopt him.
That's great, Godan. Good on you for being involved in the rescue community.
Oh, my wife loves it. We foster German short-haired pointers. That's the breed that we enjoy. We enjoy pointers, English pointers as well. Our first family dog was an English pointer. We had him for 14 years. He grew up with my son. They were together. I had an infant and a puppy at the same time. I would never do that. I would never recommend it. It worked for us, but it's really challenging to have 2 newborns. But yeah, we love them, man. They're great dogs, great family dogs. But it is interesting having two big dogs in the house, especially when one is a rescue. You don't really know their background and what they do. We have a house full of cats as well. So we did have an incident the other day. The only one who was buddy was the dog, which was good. But yeah, we definitely told the rescue that he's not good with cats.
Hey Godan, are you running 2 devices on this stream?
I have 2, yeah, absolutely. I have my phone for the game and a tablet for Discord.
I think the mic. Okay, now the stream is fantastic. Like the viewers watching, all the sound is great.
Yeah.
Now for Prometheo and I on Discord, I suspect Discord is using the mic on your second device, not your primary. That's a theory.
No, I think you're absolutely correct, man. Because I wouldn't know how to tell it to use the other mic. So like YouTube is getting the mic from my phone and Discord is getting the mic from the tablet. Absolutely.
Well, whatever you just did, it cleaned it up a lot. Because before we were getting like this tapping sound. I thought Prometheo was over there texting or something, but
all I gotta do is turn the sound up. That's all, I think. But it's working better than it has. Well, I'm stoked with that. Definitely I'm stoked.
So Michael Walkendorf, didn't they kick that guy with the cuss word as a name during Conquest?
Yes, they did. And I was really glad to see that. I don't know what hour they kicked him because I fell asleep. Oh, man. Yeah, I fell asleep. But, yeah, they definitely kicked him, which was a good thing. They needed to do it a little bit sooner. I think his name was showing too long. That was not cool. I mean, obviously,
yeah,
he was a
the
hacker.
lag time between seeing it and them purging it, that was too long.
Too long. Definitely too long.
It should not be a day.
It was up there for a day? No, I thought it was just... Oh, that's crazy.
But here's the beauty. Here's the beauty. You know who that was?
I don't know.
That was a hacker that got banned, and he's butthurt about it.
Yeah. Of course, man. Of course. He had, what, 42 million souls or whatever? Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, it's good news. You know, I'm glad that they really took care of it. And after seeing the blog about what they're going to be doing with all these accounts that may have some funny stuff, you know, it is serious. If it's something that you've done in the past and you've gotten away with it, and you may not have gotten away with it, they're reviewing everything. I said it a long time ago. They have all your in-game data. They have it all in their files, in their records. So if you automatically have a great big surge of divine gems or gems or whatever, they can see when it happened. So like some people were saying they didn't hack, they weren't hacking right now, but if you did it 4 or 5, 6 months ago, there's no difference. You hacked. You made that one purchase from whomever 5 months ago, 6 months ago, you still cheated the system.
Yeah, I've been saying for a long time. It was so long ago now, I almost can't even remember when it was, but way back, probably 2 years ago, I saw videos of someone who had hacked divine gems, and I was advocating that they just simply create an algorithm to audit every account and do the simple accounting forensic analysis of account balance up, account balance down on a purchase, and what did you purchase, what do you have, does your inventory match all of your purchases, does your purchase history match all of your earnings from in-game events, and you have to hope that and believe that a developer and a corporation like Zynga that they're holding on to all that data because player data is part of what they hold as a corporate asset. The
Oh yeah, dude.
information about what happens in the game is valuable proprietary information for them, and they have to be able to go back and reconstruct basically the entire value of everything that you've generated on your account.
Gotcha.
And then if they can look at your player data on your device, then confirm that you either have or have not hacked. And I'm sorry, but if you ever altered the balance of red or divine gems on your account, or duplicated an item illegally, or changed the stats of an item, you should be permabanned, and that account should no longer exist.
I agree.
That's what's happening. That is what's happening.
It's in the terms of service. I mean, if you cheat, you're gone. I have zero sympathy for these people. I don't care if you spent 10,000 on this game. If you're cheating and you're hacking divine gems, you're gone.
Yeah.
See you never.
In fact, going beyond that, the terms of service of the game say that everything in the game is on a temporary license from them to us, and they can revoke the license and alter it in whatever the way they want. And so players who have paid to buy things in the game, you should not assume that what you have cannot be changed by the developers. And if it is changed, as long as it's changed in a way that's fair for everyone, then I think you should just accept that that's part of the game. That happened with Shadow Weaver and Shadow Dancer, and I think that was a good change.
Yeah.
It happened way back when they first introduced XP potions. The very first time they dropped them in the game, I was getting 1-star XP potions that had 20,000 Titan XP per charge and 12 charges. And for
it
like
was
an hour,
amazing for like 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly. It was unbelievable. And when they changed it, I raised holy hell in support, but they didn't ever compensate for what was taken back. But yeah, I mean, that's just part of managing a game.
I remember that. I do. I remember that. I wasn't privy to it, but I remember when that happened. Yeah. But it's definitely about time, and I do think it's a good thing for the new players who are coming into the game. So they're coming into to somewhat of a fair standing, because there was a great period of time where any new person who came into the game was just so far behind. They were truly struggling. But I'm looking forward to seeing this.
If you've only been playing for a few months and you're staring at a 1.5 year arc to max castle, and then you see all these cheaters. Okay, what am I doing here? I mean, it needs to be fair. The game has to be fair.
Yeah, and that's one reason Conquest is one of the best events in the game. Is if you have a Titan with maxed relics, then you can go in there, whatever level you are, and see what it's like to play with max troops, max spells. So, definitely a good experience for all players. I would encourage the developers to continue to innovate in new game modes where they can do that for players and give them a sandbox to experiment in. It would be great if we had a game mode where it showed you, all right, whatever Titan you want to play with, here it is, max level, and whatever relics you've got, here it is, they're maxed out. And by the way, why don't you try out a couple of new relics? I've seen that in other games where you get to try new stuff that you don't have yet, and it can be really fun.
That would be insane, man. That would be, to be able to experience a Titan that you don't own or have on your account would be so cool for a lot of players. That also drive the need or the want to finish events and get something new.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it would do wonders for sales.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm looking forward to that next Titan that's coming out next week, the Guardian Titan. I got to get your guys' thoughts, because for me to actually compete in that event, and I'm just going to put it out there right now, it's going to be all expense, because I'm going to be backpacking that weekend. So it's like I come back on Sunday and I got to get it done.
Man, I hope the Guardian is good. I have Sverge just waiting for a good Guardian.
But see, let me ask. I got to ask. Is there a good Guardian? There is not a good Guardian right now. Because whenever I see a Guardian on defense, that's the garrison I hit, because they can't defend.
Yeah, dude. The Guardians are so bad right now.
Okay.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Progenitor is sort of the emblem of the failure of Guardians. And I think that not long after Progenitor, there was the release of Pigsy, where we saw, okay, here's a defensive Titan that has a lot of damage built in, and it's way more viable, much more challenging to play against, and much more interesting. And that the melee resist on Spearmen especially had a bigger impact because of the deeper health pool that Spearmen have. So I think if we're going to have a viable Guardian, then we need to have, like a 2x health pool on defense at least, and have some pretty good health buffs on top of that. We need to have max melee and ranged resist with some elemental resist mixed in, and we need to have some damage and crit. Just make it a challenging defender the way that Hachiman is, and throw in a couple of interesting invokes that are going to specifically make it difficult for players to play in the style that is lazy. Force people to go in with elemental resistance and to think about how they use spells and omegas.
I think one of the things they could do, and Shai alludes to Necrosa, is have something along those lines where, of course, you don't want just a general distribution Titan to have 1,000 armor, but just maybe have it tick up a lot to where you can't just go in there with any old Titan and beat it. I mean, I could probably name 20 Titans that can go in and beat my, perfect Progenitor.
Yeah.
It has capped all elemental resist, capped melee and range resist. I even have an offensive relic on the thing. It's awful. That Titan is trash.
Well, it's like Korthan. I remember when Korthan first came out, the rebuilt one, with that super health, but he's not even viable. It's gonna take a lot more. So I'm just hoping it's, I don't want to say it. I'm hoping it's a dud.
Yeah.
I really
we could use a good Guardian.
Yeah, if we're going to get an Imperial's Guardian, then I would be in favor of seeing a general spell resistance that would layer on top of elemental resistance, so that we can actually have those Imperials stand up to lightning spells, because it's just too easy to use that as the skeleton key against Imperials. They're just way too vulnerable.
Yeah, the battalion troops suffer real big against the lightning spells. Absolutely. I think the game has done so much around the infiltrator class, which I love the infiltrator class. They just go in there and they slice it up, but it's hard to see a real focus. So the infiltrator class has been focused on for attack. They've worked on the ranger class as a dual purpose. With Eros and with Hachiman, you can defend and you can attack. More likely attack with Eros, but he has his Goliaths that he has, so he's a pretty buffed up ranger. It's just, I don't know if Guardian class would be the right class for them to really focus on next. I don't see it. I see them doing the next big Titan being either a champion or a paladin again, bringing back the power of Kronos. I don't know. I'm just not looking forward to a dud. I'm looking forward to a dud of a Titan, so I don't have to do the event. But I don't expect high hopes from the Guardian. I just don't see it happening, which is kind of too bad. I don't think Natural Motion is ready to have a big release of something that's going to change the game. Because definitely the Guardian's not going to be a Hachi killer. That's something that everyone's still looking for, or trying to work on their particular Titans to do that.
I think it's going to be quite a while before a generally available Titan can just straight up beat Hachiman. I'm talking reliably, like LifeSpark does. That's just my theory, of course.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. They've done something seriously right. They really did. And for those who missed out, that was really bad timing. I mean, I think back and I look at, well, I think about, you know, the honest trailer for Hachiman. I don't remember if I portrayed him as being this awesome defender. I don't know, because, you know, I just did what I did with him. I don't even know if I used him on defense. I think I just, you know, used him for attack. I had no idea he was going to be what he turned out to be.
Don't worry, Godan. I put out the word. Anyone who didn't get him wasn't paying attention.
For real, man. They were not paying attention. That's the bottom line. He is beyond. I'm glad I have two. You know, there's one scary thing that the blog post said regarding the hacking and stuff. And it was at the very end of the blog post. It's like something about if you're claiming multiple rewards, when those things pop up on the screen, correct me if I'm wrong, you don't have the option to bypass. You have to collect. Am I right or wrong?
Say that again.
The blog post was saying if you're collecting rewards that you're not supposed to collect because they're duplicates, you know, the game glitches or it bugs, right? When it pops up on your screen, you don't have the option to bypass. It's like when you open your game up and you get your daily reward, right? You can hit anywhere on the screen. You don't have to hit continue, but it collects it. I think in the game during an event or during their glitch, when something pops up on your screen as a reward, we don't have the option not to get it. I had gotten Jinshu. I have 3 Jinshus because the game glitched. Somewhere at the beginning of the event, I was on my game playing, and then all of a sudden I had, you know, the event's over, I got a level 5 Jinshu. I couldn't bypass the screen without clicking on the screen, and it automatically accepted that Titan.
I had the same thing with Frigg.
You know, and it wasn't like you couldn't touch. You could touch anywhere on the screen, but it automatically went into your treasury. You couldn't bypass.
Yeah, that's how the calendar works too. I wish I could not collect the gold and some of that junk they give us.
I know, but we don't have the option. So if that happens during an event, you know, I don't see how they can hold us accountable for that, because it wasn't on our error, and we're forced to continue. Because even if we close the game, we come back on, it's either A, going to go into your treasury, or make you collect it. You can't bypass it. I'm going to have to shoot an email because I'm curious if that happens, you know, what that means for us. And, you know, Vintage, I did mean to mention, I did get a second email from the person on from the developer regarding the hacking. So I did hold back on doing anything because of the recent bans and the blog post. Just to put it out there.
Yeah, I'm basically on hold until I see or have reported to me. I have some very reliable sources.
Mm-hmm.
I'm holding back until I see results in the war, the upper echelons of war.
Got you.
That is what they kind of hinted at in their blog post. You know, they're going to look at all accounts with LifeSpark.
Exactly.
That is the place to start. They're on the right trail. They just got to. I hope they know some of those hacks. And oh my gosh, I wish they would just contact me. I'm tempted to just make a video, keep it private, and then send the link to the developers. I wish I could do something like that.
You know, they say they know. They say they're aware. They say they know. And like you said, we should actually see that happening. Now, you know, the only question is how quickly will they react and how quickly will they, you know, be able to go through it all. I'm interested in seeing in the very next big event if there's hacking that takes place during a big event, and if we see, you know, one of those, you know how we've all seen one of those alliances that come out of nowhere and they had the lead, you know, if that continues to happen, because that affects a lot. That affects, I'm not saying a lot more, but it affects more players in the aspect as a, you know, not war. You know, it's affecting the whole leaderboard. But yeah, I was really glad to see that all happening. You know, events are us. We may have had a hacker on our team that we were unaware of, because we had a player that left or was removed. Who knows? They never responded. So I can only think the worst, which was the best, because I don't want to have our victory being tainted by someone who didn't earn the souls properly. So we had to work double time to make up for that loss, which we did, and I'm still proud of it. One day I'll remember, or I'll forget how proud I was with the victory, and I'll let it go. But it's not going to be for a while. I'm sorry. I'm not gloating or anything, but that was a big challenge, and I'm glad that we took it. We actually did it. Super cool. Ooh. Astaroth, he used to be good. Let's hit this guy. So man, I don't know what's going out there in the chat world. Again, I don't have access to seeing what's happening. I do hope everyone's doing well. If you're doing the event, I hope you are getting as far as you want to. I may actually use the relics that come with this event to get me to 11,000. I don't think I'm going to put in 3,000 battles or 2,000 battles or 1,000 battles. I calculated I needed just over 200 battles a day to do this event, free of cost. But I don't know if I'm going to do that. I would just need to maybe spend like $5 to get some gems. So quite possibly, but have no intention of going all the way. None whatsoever. Which is, like I said, on the leaderboard, this is crazy, man. I think a lot of the alliances who are in the top 50, they may have 1 or 2 players who, have completed the event, and everyone else is just doing a few souls here and there. It is a crazy looking leaderboard. And not to belittle anyone who takes first in this event, I just don't think the real fight is there. But whoever takes first is gonna get a level 50 Lubu. That's pretty nice. It should have been a level 50 Nurgle, but I don't know why they did it that way. That's a little bit of a bummer. Definite bummer. I didn't max out my Nurgle. I thought about it after the fact. I could have just pulled some of the infiltrators with my relics, but I'm saving for that next possible great defender. I haven't leveled up Sekhmet at all. She's still sitting at level 20. Hopefully we'll get to her with the next fusion event. Try to save up some good stuff for her, and I hope she's still viable at that time and able to defend. She is an incredible defender with all those skeletons. She just cannot take them down. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how I can get you guys all back. I feel like I'm flying blind. Actually, let's take a look real quick. 7th place. Don't even have 3,000 souls. I don't know if Beta Soul is going to push on this event to try to take first. It's a good possibility they might, but not likely. Not this time. BRU Elite, top 50. Looking at what? 2K souls required, minimum. Still have some open seats. I think it's 2K souls. The Dream Team, War, Kuntz, Incarnation. A lot of the same teams, but I think we are going to see a few new names once people start dropping. Still only 136,000 for the top 50. That is insane. This is unheard of for a big Titan. I'm gonna have to pause, guys. I'm gonna have to get up and run out. So this is a big weekend. I think, what is today? Friday? I think on Sunday I'll hit castle level 23. So I'm pretty stoked about that. I think I'm gonna finally get my troops to a real viable level to stand up against some of the higher level players, against level 25 troops. Definitely very excited. Prometheo, were you set to stream tonight? I didn't check band. Oh, looks like I lost you guys. It looks like I've lost the entire stream. It's just me. I'm going to put this on auto raid. The next battle. And I will be back. Find somebody to hit. Alright, be right back. Alright guys and gals, I am back. Hopefully I could see what's going on. I think I'm still streaming. I think I'm out there. Looks like I lost Vintage and Prometheo. My Discord must have went down. Let's see. Okay. Got it. You had to go, Prometheo. Thank you, man. So I got another device. I'm up to 4 devices. Actually, we're gonna kill the Discord. Bye-bye, Discord. Thanks for joining me, guys. Give me 1 sec. Here we go. I'm getting chat back, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I felt a little disconnected. Gotta know what's going on. There we go. Above and below, you're still here. Thank you, man. Lord Thanos, thank you, man. Sangra Joven, thank you. Thank you guys for being here. Definitely appreciate it. Lord Thanos, you want a Loki battle? Okay. Oh man, I haven't figured it out yet. It's still a little tough. I still love Loki. Don't get me wrong. but that's a tough battle. Possibly, but let's see. I got a lot of catching up to do. Nitrum, you said the easiest solution is to have what? Have a Guardian Defender with Imperials. The Guardian adds armor that increase their base armor against spells, negating spells against the Imperials. That would be awesome. That would be a Guardian to have, man, for sure. Frenik, you say Hachi is about 10 to 20% too good. He is really good, man. And Nitrum, you were with us for Hachi, man. Definitely. I can't wait for you to come back. Hoping you'll come back for my for the Dream Team for the next Big Titan. We'll see, man. It'd be awesome. Hey, House, welcome. You was here, man. Thank you. Thank you for joining the stream. I got, what, like 45 minutes of stream time to catch up on. I hate flying blind. I hate when that happens. Definitely appreciate Vintage and Prometheo being there. Obviously, a lot of good insight. Mateus, good evening. Thank you for joining the stream. Hope you're still with us. Offended Badly, thank you for joining the stream as well. Definitely appreciate it. Oh, Zalon was here with a donation. Thank you, Zalon. They're very cool, man. That might get me the gems to get to 11,000. I don't like using relics on an event if I can simply grind. I don't even like using the relics that come with the event, you know, so I can save. Because a lot of these events, you can have an easy grind if you have the one, you know, the 1.4 boost Titan. It behooves you to save what you got and just put in the time, especially if you don't have anything else going on and you know you do have the time. Hey, Shy, prestige my brain. I need to, man. I need to. And Frenik, definitely appreciate it. A very nice chill weekend. I'm telling you, man, I just want to do the 8 or 11K. I'm not going to go all the way. I don't need a relics at the end of the event. I don't need another Lubu. It's perfect timing. Perfect timing for this event. Soldier was here, man. Everybody was here. One Wing Angel Sephiroth, thank you, man. You were here too. Gosh, I missed everything. Who else was here? Chance was here. Diego. Right on. Thank you, everybody. Frenik, you're only going 2K? 2K ain't bad, man. I gotta get to 8K. I only want to get to 11. I want 2 Kongs, man. I need to get my Hachiman prestige a little higher. But definitely I need to get that Broomhilda's helm. I missed out on those relics a couple times, and that was a bad idea, man. I don't know why I didn't do what I needed to do back then. I think it was either a cost or time that prevented me from doing it. I think the Broomhilda relics came out in one of the nice solo events. The solo events are just so tough. So tough. Sanger Jovan putting up some merchandise in Soldier's shop. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Maybe I have some people who've approached me saying they have some ideas. I don't know, man. I'm just a regular guy, dude. I just like playing the game. You know, definitely appreciate the support. I always say I never thought it'd be like this. It just blows me away. Above and Below, they should add a live player versus player match. That would be cool, man. I don't want to bite off of Clash of Clans, but if we can do Alliance Wars, where we just, we can pick an alliance on the server and just do a straight up war, just like how we do it in the, how it's done in Clash of Clans. I think that'd be awesome, man. That'd be a lot of fun instead of having, you know, a whole season. You know, you still have your seasons where you can, you know, go for VP and all that, but just have the alliance war that's completely separate, that allows you to, you know, challenge one another. I don't even think you'd have to give rewards. I mean, if you wanted to give, you know what? As a matter of fact, don't give rewards for alliance wars, because people would set up wars to, you know, to get rewards by, I'll lose this time, you lose next time, all that kind of stuff. You know, like PP, you know, doing the event that way. But if we had alliance wars, it would be so cool. And, you know, it wouldn't even have to be real time. It'd be I hit you, you hit me, who's got the better defense. But maybe give us some opportunities to change up our defense and, you know, maybe possibly pick different layouts. I don't know. I think that'd be super cool. Forensic, have I started in the mini? Hey, Austin, thank you for joining, bud. You know, actually, I did, but it's not a mini like how most people do a mini account. I mean, it's a mini, man. Hey, Seth Mapod, thank you for joining. The mini's so mini that it's like level 2 or low. It's just enough to get into the league. You know, just enough to get into the leagues. And I'm not using it to put it into an event for my alliance or anything like that. All I've done with it was bring it into a server and offer lands to other players from other teams who hit me, who had no mini lands, and, you know, just created an event partner. That's what I was saying in my pro tip in that last video. If somebody had a shell, you know, on a server, if they invited other minis to that shell just to dole out mini lands to the server, it'd be awesome, man. Instead of, you know, trying to play the mini, and I don't have time for all that, man. Forensic, your mini is castle level 20. Yeah, man. That's a huge mini. You know? Like, you know, the mini is just for the purpose of giving away lands. I think that's the best idea, man. Because like I said, you know the opposing, you know, player is going to be, you know, raiding, so just give them some lands, man. Instead of having the babysit or nurse a mini, just give away the lands. Because what good is a mini on your team? Let's say your teammate has a mini, right? And they're on for like an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever it is. But then they say, you know, I got to go in 10 minutes. Then we get a whole new wave of players on your team come on who need mini lands, and that player's gone, you know? So then those mini lands just sit there dead. Just give them to somebody else. Above and below, what improvements would I want to see added on to DOT? Well, one, I would like to see the hacking exploits and all that continue to be definitely addressed quicker as well. You know, the fair play definitely needed. Some of the stuff that I'd like to see is some of the stuff that we talk about behind the scenes, like possibly a great idea that Prometeo had, where you can have, you know, preset Titan builds. You know, you have your preset Titan builds with your relics, different attack relics set up, so we don't have to go through the whole relic roster to pick and choose and, you know, deselect and select relics. That'd be awesome, because it'd make for a lot faster rating if you can just, you know, hit your pre-selected, you know, my poison attack or my ice attack, you know, whatever it is. I really do like that idea. Also, still a revamp for the whole relic system. You know, instead of just being alphabetized, maybe we can have it broken out by elements as well. So, you know, if I want my poison attack relics, you know, here's my room of poison attack relics. It's just a lot quicker. You know, those are things I would like to see. It's just for faster gameplay. You know, I think you know, people talk about, you know, the monthly calendars being changed. You know, it would be nice if there was some more variety, but it's free, so I don't really care. They give you something free every day. Whoopity doo. That's not as important for me. Definitely seeing an increase in the relic storage would be awesome as well. Better yet, one of the most awesome things would be if they did take away. No, scratch that. Scratch that. Lord Thanos, what's my Nurgle build? It's simple. It's just basically slapping all the better cat relics on it. House, you say you'd love to see a 5-star relic tourney event when at the end of the tourney we get a token to pick a 5-star of our choice. That would be insane, man. That would be insane. That would be an awesome event. I don't know how they'd work that though. It sounds like it'd be a solo event, so it'd possibly be limiting the number of people who can get the 5-star. But if it was a solo individual event, not based on a leaderboard, a solo leaderboard, where you as an individual had to finish whatever it was to earn that would be awesome. Like how we do the Adventurers Guild. That would be pretty cool. Not sure that everyone would be able to get it done, but that would be awesome. Michael, the Mad Hatter, a one-time deal. Yeah, it would have to be, well, maybe once a year, because it's got to be offered to the newer players, unless they want to, somehow make it so you can only do it once. But yeah, it would definitely make every player happy. I would be stoked. I'd be getting the Bowl of Gods. That'd be my relic of choice. So above, below, you have Dragon Slayer just sitting in your relics. Why do you have a Dragon Slayer just sitting in your relics? Do you not have a Titan for it? Hey, what's going on, Rebel? Long time, man. Long time. Yeah, I may have to. I have 5,100 divine gems. I may have to do a pull. I may have to follow in the Zalon shoes and do a pull on the live stream. Maybe that'll give me some better fortune for a relic. I don't know, but that's the one I want. Man, this guy's got some good stuff, but he's fully loaded. I'm gonna skip those. Austin, you have a Dragon Slayer just sitting too. I'm telling you, man, that's the worst thing when you have you have a 5-star that's just sitting. I would probably, if you don't have, everyone always has a relic they're working on. If somebody out there does not have relics that they're working on in their queue to be maxed out, you've got a serious problem. You should always be having a relic, a soul relic that is getting all your attention. If you don't, you're not going to progress in the game. That's one of the most important things, is working on your relics. It's not the most important thing. It's even greater than working on your Titans. Oh yeah, 5 Dragon Slayers and 4 Night Whispers. Oh my gosh, House. 2 Dragon Slayers is good. With having 5, I would be tempted at using some for food on another 5-star, but they're so hard to get, that it's not like worth it, just because it's so hard to get. But I would be tempted, man. I would seriously be tempted. Frenic, your 5 stars just sit there. That's crazy too. Oh, Matt Hatter, you asked finish a question about the hacker. That hacker was removed, man. He was removed. He did not stay. He got removed. He got banned. Vintage said that he was up for a day on the roster. I you know, I take him for his word. I wasn't able to confirm. I only saw it, you know, for a couple hours. But, you know, he was removed before the event ended. Which was good. It needed to happen. It should have happened quicker, though. Yeah, that is a bad thing that the hackers, you know, unless they find another game, they're always going to try to come back and do the same thing that they're doing. Um, Natural motion can only do so much, and as long as they're actively doing something, I'm happy. I'm happier. If they're not doing anything, that's when I think causes the big issue for most of the community. They've got to stay on it, man. Yeah, above and below, you only saw a few hours too. I think it was only a few hours, man. I don't know about a whole day. I can't imagine it being a whole day. That was the one event I didn't bother looking at the leaderboard. The last few events, like the Iron Herald and all that, I didn't even bother, man. I didn't even bother. Yeah, there's always going to be a hacker somewhere, man. That goes without saying. You were on Sunday. He was there. Yeah, but he was gone before the end. I have screenshots of it, man. He was definitely gone before the end. He was removed. Definitely removed. Right on above below. I should have checked. I was hoping to get a Titan, but I went to bed. I was like at 7,700 or something on the leaderboard. But in those last few hours, I got bumped out of the top 10,000, man. I was a little disappointed when I woke up and I got 1,000 gems. I was like, seriously? But I wasn't putting anything into it. I wasn't going to do any more raids or whatnot. Bad Conquest is bad timing for me, man. Monday, Tuesday, it's not a good deal. Definitely the end of the week, you know, I can get in some battles. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday always works better for me. That's why the Alliance events always seem to be that's my forte. Solo events are tough too because they're on my off days. It's hard to get 2,000 battles in 2 days. It's doable, as you all know, but it's hard, man. 2,000 battles over 4 days is a lot easier. 3,000 battles is doable. Somebody doing 4,000 battles in 4 days, though, that's pretty insane. In-house, you know, you can't say it any better. It is a bad thing when you know the time, effort, and the monies that some people put into the game, that a lot of people do to place well in an event, to have themselves be robbed. That's why I had said when Vintage was on, I want to see the developers taking care of hacking during a major event. When we have a major event going on, we should never see an alliance, a hacking alliance on the leaderboard, in the top of the leaderboard. They may be hiding somewhere in there, just getting enough, just getting by to do whatever. But if we see a hacking alliance ranked 1, 2, or 3 on a major event, you know, that should not happen. Should not happen. Hey, BMT. Welcome, man. Relic, 2,000 battles over a month. Yeah, that's funny, man. I wonder. Oh, man, you just brought up something really crazy, man. I wonder how many battles I've done in a month. Nowhere near Nitrum, but I'm sure I put in a few. Depending on what the event is, I'm sure I put in a good few thousand, man. Let me see. Perhaps maybe 8,000, 9,000 battles, maybe. House, you dropped 150 on Nurgle alone, but there were guys way ahead of you. Yeah, I know how much I spent on Nurgle too. Definitely, I wasn't as high as you, but I did spend. I did spend. I definitely had to spend, man. That would, there was no way, not to spend. No way not to spend. And if we had gotten robbed, I was hoping. I wasn't hoping to see something bad happen, but I was hoping to see something because I knew what we were doing. And I knew that we were legit. So I was curious to see what was going to happen on the leaderboard, and of course, nothing did. We just kept steamrolling, and that was nice. But I was waiting to see something happen. I'm glad nothing happened. Nothing transpired that should not have. Above and below, you have 830 battles right now finishing the events, but most were around 1,400 battles. Yeah, most events, if you can do 1,000, 1,400, 1,500 battles, you're definitely going to be able to get the event done just by grinding, free of cost. Depending on how many portal stones you have. That's why, seriously, I think the best deal that you can get in the game is to make the portal stone purchase when it's at 25% off. If I can have 10,000 portal stones or 20,000 portal stones, that'd be what I'm gonna do. Because I know I'm gonna grind out the event. It's guaranteed souls over pulling relics and getting a lot of 1-stars. It always pains me when people pull like 40 pulls or 20 pulls and it's all 1-stars. I mean, I really bites. BMT. It was an experience, man. It was an experience. I mean, it was an experience. I'm still happy. I'm still giggling all about it, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. It took a lot. I was wiped out for a few days. Wiped out. House, you fell asleep when we were down 150K. You woke up and we were number 1. I was killing it, man. I told you I set my alarm clock. I woke up, with an hour. I woke up in the last hour and 45 minutes, and I did not stop grinding for the last hour and 45 minutes. I had to make another purchase in the last hour and 45 minutes to have portal stones, but I didn't pull any relics. And I got over 3,000 battles in for that event. I didn't think I was gonna make it, but I did. Insane. Above and below, you saved 5,000 portal stones. And you got Lubu with the boost. Nice. Yeah, man. When you have portal stones, you have the luxury of just grinding away. And I know, like as well, it stops the clock on your regeneration. I don't care. I'd rather have a plethora of stones, man. I'd rather be buried in stones and just be able to raid. Raid. Especially if I have an event partner on and they have these, the perfect lands. Take 1 or 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Don't gotta do anything except, hit attack. I can't wait to get a new phone, the Samsung S20 Plus. Prometheus says it's awesome fast. I might be able to get 4,000 battles in. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to getting that phone and trying it out, man. I am hoping. Hey, House, I am gonna let you know, man. You're on speed dial. I'm serious, man. You're on speed dial. You're on. It's gonna be something else. I just hope it's not next week. Because $150 is not going to be enough for next week's event, if that's the case. Yeah, I don't want to spend that much. I might get in trouble. Yeah, but I'm headed out of town early Friday morning. I'm taking my family out backpacking. I've already called the ranger station up in Tahoe. They said, yeah, the trailhead's open. It's clear. There's no snow. We're good to go. So I'm stoked, man. I'm just gonna go out for a 2-nighter because when we go out, I don't like to use a lot of dehydrated food. I carry actual food, and food for a family of 6 for a couple nights. A couple of days and nights. It's a lot of weight on my back. So I only want to do 2 nights. I don't want to do 3. Above and below, you don't have the patience for the portal stone regeneration. Me neither, and I'd rather just raid rather than refresh like I'm doing right now. But if it's not an event, I would I don't do the 600 600 gems for 100 portal stones. I never do that. I don't do that. I had once or twice before. For this instance, I'd rather have that little bit of regeneration. Yeah, I may have to get her something nice house for sure, man. Hey, BMT, if you want to be a part of it too, I'm not trying to break banks, but we got to go in there with a little bit of gusto. You know what I mean? We got to bring it when we bring it. But yeah, man, you and Crazy Talks are welcome to come back. What happens in ERU stays in ERU. Definitely appreciate those who aren't, core members. If you are with us for a big event like that, not to share what takes place. Don't share any personal scores. Don't share any tactics. All that kind of good stuff. But I'm looking forward to it, man. I am looking forward to the next biggie. I'm way stoked. But I'm dumbfounded about this event though right now, man. I don't think it's going to take anything to get on the leaderboard for the top 50. I think it's going to be a big issue when alliances start trying to drop souls for those who really want to get the Wukongs. I know. Hey, Lord Thanos, thank you, man. Take it easy. I know there are some in the alliance right now who definitely want to get Lu Bu. They can't necessarily get Lu Bu on their own. And they're hoping to get it as an alliance reward. But the majority of the alliance, as we've said, we want Wukong, man. We want to get a Wukong, perhaps 2 if we do the grinding. So, yeah, it's going to be difficult come the end of this event. I think it's so strange, man, to have 2 good Titans, not the lowest soul count, but to have such a low leaderboard. Hey, Hokage, thank you for joining. I mean, imagine the top 50 for 400,000. That's nuts, man. Or maybe even less. Like I said, when people start dropping. It is insane. I'm on the hunt for some resources. So definitely going to be a good weekend with this event. I know a lot of folks are going to be stoked. We're very happy for them. Definitely think everyone should at least go to the AK if you can. If you don't have the Relic, AK is a good spot to stop. Especially if you don't want to push to that Titan, to the first Titan Wukong. Above and below, you just got Wukong. Well, this is the Wukong 2.0, man. A lot of people think he's really awesome. He was a surprise Titan. I had not had the Wukong 2.0, so I'm looking forward to possibly getting him. Well, I would only keep one of them. I'm only going to keep one because, I'm just trying to prestige Hachi. So we got to see. Still want the perfect defenders. Frantic, most already have these Titans. No, there was very little recruiting. I really didn't accept any. I invited just a couple folks who were persistently asking. They're lower level players, so I brought in a couple. But overall, there has been no great push to recruit for this event, and most event teams have a very, very low soul requirement. 2K, 3K, 4K. I mean, it's more than doable, for most players. That's why, like I said, if a lot of players who are new to the game miss out on this event, or they spend too much on this event, they use up their saved tokens and whatnot, relics on this event, that's a really bad call, because they could have easily gotten onto one of the teams if somebody's gonna want to accept them with that low soul count, because there are those teams that were looking for people. So it's really, this was this event was a freebie, man. This event was a freebie. Hokichi was a fun Titan to use. What, the Wukong 2.0? I think the Wukong 2.0 can be a great defender, man. I don't know if he's garrison worthy, but definitely worthy for a VP land. And by now, a lot of older players have a lot of good Goliath relics. Can definitely make good use of him. Frenna, you can easily do it on your mini, but you don't need a Lubu. Yeah, my Lubu's still sitting at somewhere in the mid 30s. Like I said, yeah, I've been saying it for so long. I hadn't had the relics for him to make him viable, to make it worthwhile for me to level him up. No reason working on a Titan if you don't have the relics. I mean, you have a fraction of a Titan if you don't have the relics. Definitely glad that they offered the Broomhilda relic in this event. That's one of the relics that I was missing. Now, only 8K for a fantastic 4-star relic, man. That is not bad. I would love to see if Prometheo has a spreadsheet, or even JJ, that shows the cheapest cost for one of the for a 4-star relic in an event. I wonder how low it's gone. If it's gone lower than 8K. I got a shield. Okay. I just gotta make sure no one hit my garrison. I don't like my garrison getting hit. It's okay if you do, but I don't like it. And if I can hit you back, I will. Not a lot of garrison raids these days. Everybody has a Hachiman on the garrison, so I'm not hitting very many garrisons myself. Definitely only hitting those that are guardians. Only hit guardians. They're easy. Dang. So this is another. That battle's too long. Hey Ornex, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. It's been a good Friday. Ashley got off work an hour early. Imagine that, man. A whole hour. Took a nap. Had to rejuvenate. Ran a couple errands. And it's DOT time. Above and below, you got hit a lot more in Masters than in Legends League. That don't sound right, man. I'd imagine most players in Legends League, well, let me say the majority probably have a good Hachiman killer and aren't worried about it. But possibly they were warring with another alliance, so they didn't spend time on hitting you, you know. But it's interesting they hit you in Masters. I guess there are a few guys who are trying to get push VP. There are those who are just farming it. I'm telling you guys, this is the one thing I don't like to see. I don't know. It's just a personal thing. I don't like seeing a ton of VP PP lands. I just don't like it. I asked my alliance not to use VP PP lands. You can do all the resource lands as PP, as event lands, all you like, but don't make your VP lands event lands. Make them earn it. Make them earn the VP. Yeah, you agree. Yeah, definitely. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. I don't like it. It just reminds me of back in the day when I was with NTG and we were trying to progress and move. I would just war naked, man. I really would. So the VP that I earned was VP that I earned. I'd rather say I earned it rather than I farmed it. I don't know. I've always said that there's a big difference between farmers and warriors. It's a big difference. All warriors can make good farmers, but all farmers can't make good warriors. So if you're a warrior, man, war, dude. Don't farm. War. But it is definitely easier just to collect your lands. And I recently heard earlier today but Hoka is it's where Legends is where new players should come to grow and then go down. Probably if they just want to, because the lower levels are all heavily guarded, man. If you're in Champions or Silver, they're defending everything across the board, man. Everything. You can't be in Champions, or Silver for an event. It's ridiculous. There's no event lands. You have to go to Bronze if you want to do a solo event. There you can run the whole gambit. But I saw where I see it. I saw it on Facebook, or I saw it somewhere. Maybe it was Line. Somebody saying, in Legends League, there are no bonus lands because the people have their alarms set, They're collecting all their bonuses. They're not letting anything go into bonus because they're collecting from their lands on the regular. That's why I don't keep lands, because I can't always jump on. So I don't want to give away VP. So I just won't hold any VP lands. I got my 1 million VP. I know it's not a lot, just from grinding. Yeah, it just I don't know, man. It's a pet peeve. And I don't want to use all my troops to defend and all my spells to defend, and don't want to do it. Frank said there would be so much more fighting if there was a bigger difference in placement rewards. Yeah, I definitely agree, man. The 10 gems is nothing. The whole thing is, why battle for a season when the event rewards are so much better? It still goes without question. That's something, somebody asked earlier, what would I like to see done in DOT to make it better, to improve the game? It would probably definitely go back to what we talked about years ago, or a year or two ago. The league balancing, the league rewards. Yes, they changed the league rewards. It's better than it ever had been, but it's still not enough. It's not worth, for me, it's not worth the time spending gems, resources, money to war for the season, rather than pick and choose an event to do. It's a big difference, because wars cost money, man. They cost money. They really do. And to get a random 4-star Titan, I've only gotten a random 4-star Titan from season rewards maybe once or twice my whole DOT time. I can't even remember what alliance it was with. It maybe with Born, and I was with Born Phoenix, the Born alliance that came from Phoenix. That may have been the one time. I don't remember, but only, like I said, once or twice did I ever get a season 4-star. But it's not worth it. I don't want to put 1,000 battles into a war. If I needed to war that bad, that's when I just find, I have a personal war. You know, it's nothing personal where I'm trying to demolish somebody, but I just pick one alliance and that's where I attack. I think it's more fun when you do it that way. There's always a little chit chat in between. Nothing uncivilized. Then it becomes more like, hey man, let's just test our garrisons. Let's just, I guess that's really what it is. Above and below Phoenix, yeah. But yeah, definitely having a good minor war. That's why, like I said, if they could do something like what Clash of Clans has and allow us to war against, we get to choose our alliance that we want to go against. I don't know if they would set it up just like them. Got to have the same amount of players. Hitting like size castles. I haven't thought about all that, but just having the option to do an alliance war would be cool. Throne Wars was just too big of an idea to work out. It was so difficult for those who didn't do Throne Wars. I have videos. There's some videos on Throne Wars. To do the whole land guarding and whatnot, sending the lands to the throne, so difficult, man. You had to time everything just right. You had to keep pressing the button, keep trying to send. It just didn't work out. Another thing about the Throne Wars, all the lands looked the same, so you couldn't tell what land was what level. So very challenging for lower level players. Lower level players had nowhere to be for the Throne Wars. It was a way above what a lower level player can do, even a mid level player. But there is so much activity with the Throne Wars that the whole system was bogged down. It was bogged down like crazy. Oh, that's the sign, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have to be wrapping this up soon. I do not have an additional charger to grab. Too many devices going. Hokage, you say mine not starting wars and legends due to having 10 alliances, strip one alliance. Yeah, that's a completely different thing, man. When they make their their accords not to hit one another and they all pick on one, it's not fun being on the receiving end of a whole alliance, or excuse me, a whole or half a server attacking you, man. It's no fun. It is no fun being shut down and bubbled anytime you open up. I've experienced that too for a season. I didn't play much, to say the least. Yeah, definitely not cool. Things are going to be changing. There are some people who are working on, getting some war alliances back together. Chef Base God with Unknown. Hopefully we'll see some change coming out, and there's a lot more good stuff happening, on all the servers. But we gotta wait and see, man. Friendly say Throne Wars was awesome fun. But yeah, it was tough, man. Why was it only in Legends League? Maybe it should have been in Legends and Masters. Maybe it could have been on every server, even let the little guys have some fun. It would have still been a challenge even on in Bronze, because they still have low level troops going against low level troops. Who knows, man. Anyways, I got to wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. It's time. Austin 13. Thanks for the news. Jake Paul got arrested. That's terrible. I feel bad. Anyway, so as always, man, relax, enjoy, be balanced, have fun, take care.